Every year, more than 7.3 million pounds of crocodile and 4 billion goose feathers are harvested. Million mink provide their soft fur for the world's luxury fashion brand, create premium and cozy clothing. What's more, over 2 massive economic value, but they also require exceptional skills from farmers. These processes not only generate. In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating secrets behind these incredible products. Here, over 2,000 pounds of crocodile meat are harvested in electric pickup trucks. We're at a crocodile meat processing factory in China and processed daily. That's more meat than the weight of 10. What's fascinating is that not just when crocodiles reach a weight of 157 to 218 pounds, becoming raw materials for high-end fashion products. But also crocodile skins from this facility are exported world. Skin value are at their peak. To bring each crocodile to the factory, farmers must conduct regular health checks and carefully assess the conditions they're ready for harvest. At this point, both the crocodile tail, often called the best skins. Inside the factory, the slaughtering process is carried out with precision. Workers start by separating the meat into specific cuts. Double the cost of tenderloin beef. Is priced at around $30 a pound, mostly to local markets. Meanwhile, the back and legs, which are more common, are typically sold for $12.40 a pound. The skins are then sent to the next process, the tanning stage, where workers meticulously treat them in order to ensure top quality. Each skin is cleaned and inspected by hand to remove any imperfections. After the meat is processed, the work on the crocodile skins begins immediately, with larger, flawless pieces exceeding $600. When these skins reach fashion designers, each crocodile skin is priced between $343 and $479. They transform into luxury products like handbags, it all starts with crocodile eggs, usually collected during the breeding season from May till August, for up to $15,000. Each small egg weighing. But where does this journey really begin? 0.3 pounds can be worth up to $20 a piece. Temperature and humidity are carefully controlled at around 88.9 to 91.3 Fahrenheit. After collection, the eggs are placed in incubators. This ensures a hatch rate of over 89%. Around 70 to 74 days later, baby crocodiles weighing just 0.48 of a pound begin their lives, and with humidity in the 82.5 to 89.7% range. Later, as they grow larger, they're moved to bigger that simulate semi-natural environments with optimal water temperatures and lighting. For the first few months, they're carefully raised in controlled areas. Their diet is diverse, consisting of 5 to 5.1 pounds of food daily, fresh fish, chicken, and protein-rich byproduct. Each crocodile consumes an average of this and deliver high economic value. Enough time for crocodiles to reach commercial. The farming process takes 29 to 35 months products, but also helps to reduce the pressure on wild crocodile population. This entire process not only produces, balancing out the ecosystem. Let's say goodbye to the wild crocodile and reduce over 1.2 pounds of feathers annually. Did you know that each geese roaming across green fields and step into a calmer world? But before we dive into the white gold in the fashion industry trade, let's uncover how these farms typically harvested after 16 to 20 weeks of goose meat, a delicacy beloved globally. By then, they have reached an ideal weight of 8.3. To produce the finest goose meat, like Hungary and France, the slaughtering 1.6 pounds. In country and meet strict international standards. Carried out meticulously to ensure the highest meat quality. Each goose is carefully, just like foie gras, is priced between 18 points, and the meat is sorted into premium cuts. Goose breast, often called the star, are often raised under specialized conditions for foie gras production, and $22.6 per pound at high-end restaurants a pound in local markets. In France, meanwhile, legs and wings, more common cuts, are sold for around 12.6, a product with an economic value. Feathers are the real white gold of this industry, that of regular meat. But meat isn't everything. 5.4 ounces of feathers per harvest, with per year. A mature goose can yield 4 harvests annually, amounting to an average of 1.2 pounds of feathers per feathers is in spring or early summer, when they're at their softest and most durable. Makes up less than 15% of the total harvest, but is the most valuable. The best time to among all types of feathers, breast. This is used in luxury coats, comforters, or sleeping bags. Hungary and China dominate the globe. Prices for this type range from between $65 to $85 a pound, nearly double that of regular feathers. So what makes goose meat and feathers stand out in terms of quality? The answer lies in their rearing condition market, supplying over 80% of premium goose feathers sold in Europe, which ensures flavorful meat and evenly developed feathers. Each goose is raised in a spacious environment, averaging 7 square feet per bird. They are also fed a diet of grains and fresh grass. Geese consume around 0.6 pounds of food per day, thanks to the combined value of both meat ranges from 11.3 to 14.5 per bird, but the returns are often 2.5 to 3 times higher. The cost of raising a... Let's move on from the green pastures of geese. Every year, over 2.1 million mink feathers to a smaller yet equally valuable animal, the mink. Mink fur is considered one of the most luxurious materials in the fashion world. The harvesting process begins in late fall on specialized farms across Europe, North America, and China. In winter, when the mink's coat is at its thickest, a mink can produce around 1.4 to 1.8 square feet of fur for cold weather and softest, thanks to its natural. At mink farms in Scandinavia, which account, depending on its size and coat quality, 60% of the world's mink fur production, millions of mink are raised each year to supply the luxury market. Immediately after harvesting, fur is cleaned and sorted by color, smoothness, and density. Flawless mink pelts can sell for $90 to $120 per piece, or shawls can reach prices of up to $50 or slightly flawed pelts are sold at losses. High-end mink products such as dollars per item on the international market. especially in Northern Europe and Asian markets. Fur is the primary product. Mink meat also has high economic value. Mink are typically raised for 2 to 4.7 pounds before 8 months, reaching an average weight of 3 harvested. The slaughter process is quick to ensure fresh meat that meets food safety standards. Prices for mink meat range from $8 to $12 per pound. Mink meat, rich in protein, low in fat, is often turned into local delicacies. What sets mink fur and meat apart is the careful attention, depending on the cut and market. The thighs and back are the most sought after and are often served in traditional restaurants, given during their rearing process. Mink are raised at temperature between 50 to 68 climate-controlled environments, maintaining Each mink is housed individually Fahrenheit to ensure thick, shiny fur, ensuring rapid growth and maintaining their silky coat. Cage covering around 3.5 feet to provide sufficient space for movement. Their diet includes a special mix of fish, meat, and grain US dollars. However, the value generated by each mink can be 4.5 the price, thanks to their premium quality of their fur and meat, with the cost of raising each mink ranging from 20.5 to 28. On average, a mink consumes around 0.7 pounds of food per day. From the wild crocodile and geese grazing peacefully in open fields, to the minks with their silky fur, all of these highlight the meticulous care and ingenuity of agriculture. These seemingly ordinary products carry immense economic value. This demonstrates that with the skillful hands of farmers, it can be transformed into something extraordinary, contributing to both global cuisine and high-end fashion. In New Zealand, annual venison production exceeds 45 million pounds, with more than 90% of it exported to Europe and North America. Compared to other meats, venison contains up to 50% less fat, making it an ideal choice of the global demand. This is equivalent, supplying over 70% of those pursuing a healthy diet. China leads the world in velvet antler. These numbers are not just impressive, they highlight a promising and rapidly to more than 10 million pounds annually. Industry. But what makes venison such a unique choice? And how does the farming and processing here differ from other livestock industries? In the deer farming industry, let's uncover the answers. Selecting the right breed is considered the foundation that determines both meat quality and economic efficiency. Stands out for its large size, high meat. Globally, 3 main breeds are widely farmed. The red deer, a symbol of vast grasslands of Europe and New Zealand. Red deer, white-tailed deer, and Sika deer. The white-tailed deer predominantly raised in the US, roughly the weight of a small grand piano. A fully grown red deer in New Zealand can reach a weight of 330 pounds, and exceptional adaptability to harsh natural environments. Is renowned for its strong reproductive performance and resilience to cold climates. Have a 95% survival rate through white-tailed deer herds in Minnesota, contributing to rapid herd growth. And China is highly valued for its superior velvet, more than double the normal rate. A single doe can produce an average of 2 to 3 fawns annually. Meanwhile, the Sika deer, favoured in quality. The velvet from this making it a top choice in pharmaceutical industry. Nutrients compared to red deer velvet is not only finer and shinier, but also contains 20%. In New Zealand, farmers spend at least 4 hours of each day inspecting and caring for the herds. Every morning, caring for a herd of deer requires effort and meticulous attention from farmers. Short enough to be easily chewed while retaining essential nutrients for the deer's sensitive digestive system and transporting it from the fields to the enclosures. Grass-fed to deer must be cut at an ideal length of 8 to 10 inches. Farmers begin by inspecting the quality of fresh grass. Before grass, farmers supplement the diet with dry hay, roughly the weight of a standard bowl. A fully grown deer consumes an average of 9 to 11 pounds of fresh grass daily. In addition, maintaining clean and secure enclosures, grains, and minerals like calcium and phosphorus to promote strong bones and healthy velvet antlers. Besides, nutritionists properly managed also plays a crucial role in reducing. Each morning, farmers clean manure and disinfect the enclosures to maintain a sanitary environment. Veterinary costs, with potential savings of up to 20% when living conditions and environmental hazards. Inspect fences, repairing or replacing damaged sections to protect deer from wildlife. Space allocation is another critical factor. Weekly, farmers meticulous 2150 square feet of space. Each deer is allocated between 1,600 in ensuring health and productivity. On Wisconsin farms in the US, the size of a small basketball court. However, in China, where land costs are far higher, this space often drops to around 1,300 square feet per deer, requiring farmers to optimize space management efficiently. So how can one ensure that antler velvet and venison? The answer lies in the strict US Department of Agriculture standards to. This is how deer processing looks in a processing plant in optimal quality when delivered to customers. Hygiene and humane harvesting. Then the deer carcasses are cut into different sellable parts. A fully grown deer can provide an average of 60 to 80. First, the deer is skinned and torched to remove hair completely. Sized burgers. Hides are the secondary product they get from this processing line. Pounds of clean meat, enough to make 320. In New Zealand, one of the leading pickup trucks. This accounts for 20% of the global market, £16.5 million in deer farming. Annual venison exports, equivalent to the weight of 1,000 antler harvesting process, demands a high level of professionalism on maximizing productivity and yield, cementing the country's position as a leader in venison production and processing. If venison harvesting, to secure deer in a safe place without causing them too much stress. Moved using specialized tools. This ensures the animal's experience. Then the velvet antlers are careful. First, farmers use anesthesia, no pain or damage to the developing tissue. Finally, the deer is returned to continue living. Immediately after removal, the velvet is transferred to cold storage, ensuring the highest quality to maintain its freshness. In New Zealand, velvet antlers are harvested and packaged within 2 hours of export markets. A mature deer can produce an average of 2 to 3 pounds of velvet. Velvet antlers are typically harvested in the spring, 10 to 12 inches. about the same as a standard wine bottle. The ideal time when they reach length, this amount is roughly equivalent to the weekly operating costs of a small farm annually, generating an income of $400 to $600, underscoring the exceptional economic value of this product. On the international market, each harvest yields thousands of pounds of velvet output, with the majority originating in large farms in Heilongjiang province. China leads the world in velvet antler production, accounting for over 70% of global. Harvesting is only the first step. Chemicals and health supplements worldwide, sufficient to supply manufacturers of farms. For deer antlers, factories often dry and then package them for export mainly to China. Now exceeds $1 billion, with China accounting for 70% of global production. Korea and Japan. The global export value of velvet antlers. For venison, they are flash frozen at -40 degrees Fahrenheit to preserve their freshness, ensuring the meat maintains its quality for up to 12 months. Its deep freezing technology. In Canada, a modern processing facility can handle over 5,000 deer annually, providing a meat to produce 16 million birds. Why is venison so highly regarded? Compared to beef, venison contains upgrades, with the largest markets being Europe and North America. These products meet export standards to over 50 levels, making it an ideal 50% less fat, and offers superior price for those pursuing a healthy lifestyle. A 3.5 ounce serving of venison provides approximately 26 grams of protein, while containing only 2 grams of fat, significantly lower than chicken or pork. Venison processing across the globe. This combination of low fat and high protein makes venison a favorite amongst health-conscious consumers worldwide, showcases a unique combination of tradition. In Europe, venison is deeply rooted in culinary tradition, innovation, and market-specific adaptations, often featured in French-style venison stew, German-style venison roast, created by clean-eating enthusiasts. In the United States, venison has a staple in gourmet burgers, like venison carpaccio, steak with red wine sauce. In New Zealand, venison takes on a festive dining. Restaurants have also embraced it in creative dishes or even venison sushi, with smoked venison emerging as a delicacy during celebration, with venison farms recycling byproducts and hides into pet food and organic fertilizer. The country also leads in sustainability, reducing waste significantly, as both a culinary delicacy and a functional food. In Asia, venison serves a dual purpose. In China, it is often paired with. In Vietnam, venison is transformed into signature dishes like hot pot and grilled skin, particularly popular during festivals. Herbs in slow-cooked soups believed to rejuvenate the body, with products like venison salami and cured sausages gaining popularity. These delicacies are often paired with locally sourced wines and cheeses and family gatherings. In Canada, venison has found a niche in artisanal charcuterie, creating a uniquely Canadian quality or medicinal uses, whether focusing on artisanal methods such as experience and agricultural innovation. Approach highlights venison's versatility and global appeal, turning this prized meat into a symbol of culinary